Okay, I have came back, and I have found these questions on BeamontEnterprise.com, and I'm gonna read off these answers. Answers to 9 questions about June 19th. When is the holiday? Why is it celebrated, and what makes it relevant today? Okay, I'm gonna come out and say this. I don't know why anybody would put this on the internet and say why. I'm gonna say this. We all have made holidays. We have all made things. Okay? So we not gonna sit here and act like when it comes to a brown American holiday, other races and other people gonna feel some type of way. And don't think that I'm racist, because I'm not. Because for my race, we've been through a lot. And we have put up with a lot. We got more history in this world than probably any other race. Like I say, everybody do their cultures different. As far as I'm concerned, it ain't but 3 cultures. Everybody just mixed down the line with different blood, with different things in them. But anyways, and the reason why it's recognized, it was recognized from the first brown American that made it on that actual day. From that first day of that brown American to the last day, if he's here or he's not. And I give him or her the praise. So the questions is 9 of them. So what is Juneteenth? It reads, the National Archives Content General Order Number 3, issued in Galveston, Texas, June 19, 1865, by Major General Gordon Graham, informing the people of Texas that all enslaved people were not free. National Archives. Okay. The next question would be, when did Juneteenth celebrate begin? People began marking the history date in the years after troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, with the news of freedom in 1865. Families and communities will gather together on the day. Texas legislature passed a bill marking the date as marking as a state holiday on June 7, 1979. It has grown across the country since then. So I'm gonna say it like this: if June 19 really started on the 7th, that's the actual date. But if they changed it and put another date, that's something different that I don't know about. But I'm just getting to these questions. When did Juneteenth become a federal holiday? Juneteenth has been celebrated in some communities for more than 150 years. It became a federal holiday in 2021. President Joe Biden signed the law June 17, 2021, and made a proclamations of June 18, 2021, naming June 19 the June 19 day of observance. Okay. The next question: How do people celebrate Juneteenth? I'm gonna say this for my answer. Well, I mean, this is probably not my answer. This is everybody's answer, but I had some answers over here I wrote down. But when it comes to June 19th, we do parades, parties, cookouts. So that's an event in itself. Others, I don't know how they do it, but to me, they feel like that's the traditional way to do it. And the walking is for the years of slavery. And we all know that. But I'm going to read this. Historic Sam Collin III said June 19 has been important for over 150 years. He grew up going to Juneteenth parties and families to communions the day. Now, now that awarding of the day is spread, people can come together to mark the history and recognize to life. Today, Collins said information and cultures events are taking place across the country. In 2021, Joe Biden said Juneteenth is a chance to recommend ourselves to the word of equally and justice, and we celebrate the centuries of struggles, concerns, and hope that we brought us to this time of processing and promises. Okay. Okay, next question. Why is Juneteenth important for the United States celebration? Juneteenth marked our country's second Independence Day. The National Museum of African American History and Culture states on its website, the historic legend of Juneteenth shows the value of never giving up hope in unconsidering times. The growing recognized Juneteenth is a step forward for the nation history. Sam Collins III said he said the holiday can serve as a bridge to bring people together. And it shouldn't be hard for us to come together. And I know it's not. What concerns are there about the commercialized of this holiday? Companies using the holiday in advances is not new. Example, date back to the 1930s for the adventurers of the Juneteenth ice cream holiday. Samuel Collins III said. Collins said marking is a part of what's going to happen with our holidays. Collins hopes corporations will be proactive in supporting local organizations. He's asking companies to look for organizations to partner with and support financial that have advances for Juneteenth and racist programs. And I'm gonna say this too. I know I don't get into politicians and politics, but I always say this. We all bleed the same. And for people to be prejudiced, that is such a bad sin. A bad sin. Because ain't none of us in this world know better than each other. We all came in this world in different times, different years. The only thing that makes us better, we working in corporations. That's the only thing. We got houses, we got cars. I'm talking to the ones that made success. The ones that's doing things. I'm not talking about the ones that ain't doing anything. I'm talking about successful pioneer CEOs. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all have done things that a lot of us around here that's not even doing. And I applaud y'all for that. And for this Juneteenth video, I want this to try to educate people as much as possible, because I have to educate myself too. Because every year that I'm being blessed to be here, Juneteenth is always going to be coming around. And the history is still going to be the same. Nothing is never going to change. And I'm going to say this for us brown Americans. We shouldn't have to fight so hard for things for one another. It should be easy for us because we have went through a lot. We go through a lot with our race, opposite races, and other races. And I don't want nobody on here saying, well, she's racist or she discriminates. No. Don't take it in that order. What I'm saying is that it's hard for a lot of us. And I'm going to say this came out of a Bible verse where it says God raised us up in this world to not stress, not worry, to rely and depend on Him. But in this world, since I've been in this world, people from my generation and generations before has struggled to fight for things. And we shouldn't have to. We have too much history in this world. And I applaud all my race and other races too that is doing the things that they need to do in this world. They're going to graduate with a better degree than the rest of us. But I'm going to continue on with these reading questions. Where can I get more information? The National Museum of African American History and Culture often subscribes reading first, along with resources for children and for sharing information on social media. The Juneteenth Legend program also contains more information. And I just had to do this in this video, but I'm going to upload it. And this is the last question. How is the day celebrated in Galveston, where it began? Okay, here we go. Here, Galveston is home to a new mortar marking Juneteenth, as well as historical sites relate to the day that United States Major General Gordon Graham issued General Orders Number 3, proclaiming freedom for the enslaved. History. Samuel Collins III recommend people walk the streets and learn the history in the city where it happened. You can walk in footsteps of the soldiers as you visit the site. He said, visit www.juneteenthbirthplace.com for a list of events in Galveston. And I'm going to say this before I close this video. I don't like the word enslavery. I don't know where that word came from, because I'm going to say it like this, and I just have to be honest. Us, as brown Americans, it's no such a thing as us being slaves. We just had to bow down to the opposite race to make them feel like they had more power. But we had the power. And the first person that did this, or the few people that did this, they have saved a lot of our lives, but they are not slaves. No matter how we put it, how we look at it, ain't nobody in this world is no slave. In any race, in any culture, ain't nobody no slave. It's choices and decisions that we choose and that we make. And I want people to understand that. It's choices and decisions that we make. We have too much power as humans. But the most power is God. So where do we get it from? We get it from God. God has it first, and then He passes it down to us. And I just I know I might not be happy and excited at this moment. Maybe probably how I feel. But I just want everyone to realize that every holiday that contains the us is a lot of history behind it. A lot of history. And I love my people. And I love other people. And eventually I feel that this world is going to turn around one day. I feel it in my heart. And we going to be able to realize and recognize what we have done to one another. From way back when until now. And I'm not innocent because I know I done things to people too. And I think I've said this in several videos before. But all I'm going to say is happy Juneteenth to the people that is going to do parades tomorrow, do family events and all that. Me, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be grateful that God still got me here. But I know where my first brown American, if they related to me or not, how hard they worked and how hard they did. And I appreciate them and I thank them. I thank the generation before me, and I'm gonna thank and I can't thank the generation after me, but thank the generation before me. And I'm gonna always say keep love, peace, and God in your heart. Love y'all. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Be safe out there. And make sure you please stay with caution. And if you're going to drink and drive, please have a safe driver. Or, matter of fact, just don't get too drunk. That'll be a better idea. And please don't have crazy, reckless drivers out here. Because I know eventually a lot of people going to get crazy. Everybody going to get crazy on June 19th. Everybody going to get crazy. So, I bless y'all, and see y'all on another video that I decide to come on here and I do. Love y'all always and forever.